we all doing? Sounds again, he's not working with brass right now. Probably later down the line we'll work with it, but so yeah, I designed this UI thing a bit earlier on today, so we'll start off by building that. I gotta fill that stuff up too. How you doing, Paul? Welcome to Midi. Just, wool farm stuff since we finished the dig yesterday. Why did I go down here? Uh, need dummy items. Guess I gotta go get dummy items because I forgot to get those. I got enough to do any stuff down here besides maybe regular rows. How you doing, Wind? Yeah, I see that one there. It's the fourth one, I think. So I think, yeah, I finished the third one this morning-ish. So red, orange, yellow are done. I'm doing well, man. Probably no stream tomorrow, though, since I got some appointments late at night. I was like, yeah, might as well. Let's go up today. But many ones going later than the day for now, so I was like, yeah, let's go. Let's stream on the sheeps. Dummy items. What do I want to use for dummy items? No, yeah, the hardest part's moving the sheep. Especially the higher up you go. Let's use concrete powder. What color concrete powder you guys want to use for dummy items out of those? I mean, every color's right there, but listen here, well, we ain't got that. Nor would I use that for a dummy item. I'll go with gray. I think we only need one. I'll get two just in case. Oh, I already got gray there, Bolt. The actual storage thing is black concrete, so the filter is a different color. To make it even more annoying to build, you know. Why not? It's that, and then you go down there. You. That's iron. Oh my god, the 140. Wait, I only have 5 ping? That's wrong. These sheep are causing so many issues. Uh, that's all I need to do for that, I think, right? Oh, yeah, put that back. Oh, yeah, you can definitely be having frame issues from those dudes. Apparently, it's like 500 some sheep in there. So, more than likely. I think that was good. Yeah, just a couple. Nothing too crazy. Barrels. That'll fire. Not this fires the bottom one. Place the leaf first. Place that. Then we shouldn't get any updates into the table. didn't. Yeah, I didn't fill any of those because I'm also hoping that this that I'm doing here, once I get the rail lines hooked up for all of them, it'll just fill it itself. I didn't fill any of them. It's not really a need to, because just the farm would just start running when we don't collect anything, so there's no point. We'd just be wasting shears. Yeah, no, not like the moss farm. I don't have the fun of connecting all of these up, because those rail lines are going to be the signal transfers and turn on each individual farm, because I had the bright idea to do that. So those will be fun lines to do. That's only 8 of them too. There's 8 more above them. Okay. So I'll be doing rail lines for like ever. Because why would I make it the same switch? No, that would be the smart thing to do. I'm gonna be extra and make my own special thing. Oh, I forgot item frames. I always forget item frames because they're never included in the material list for whatever reason. Well, we need wool for that, so, you know, I know why we're doing this one. I'm streaming, playing, watching the stream on the side. It's like my GPU is still above a playable frame rate, which is kind of crazy. This system right here that I made for this, I kind of really like it, and I don't know why. This one's not as cool for the shears, but for the iron one, I love what I did for that for some reason. Stairs, I did those. Oh, I'm gonna type those signs. It's gonna be a pain in the ass too. Can't be enough chests, right? Oh no, so I only did 2 layers here. I'm using Leo's thingy, because I really want to use it. I love how it looks. There's not a lot of storage, but I don't see us needing more than like 100,000 of each color, like on demand. And there's also the unsorted overflow. I mean, if it's that bad, you can go the moss or the flowers and work on the moss farms. Directionalities. Okay, didn't go in a hopper, we're fine. It's up to you, man. Got no problem with you going over there. Now you may think this looks stupid right here, right? Wrong. It does look stupid, but it's functional. We use this to power the sticky piston. That way we can display up top here that the crafters are actually, doing something. Say when the buffer gets filled up, we don't want it to display that it's crafting stuff when it's not actually crafting stuff. So we retract this redstone block that thus gets redirected, which go that way, obviously. This is just for purposes. It'll go that way, but it'll still lock this hopper, stopping anything else from going into it, which is important for the AutoCrafters. Because these ones will be responsible for turning bone blocks into bone meal. That way we can just bring over a bunch of bone blocks. Small little detail, but it makes some lamp indicators really nice. What do you say? Trade. I don't really have that much control over it, though. Yeah, I could, put a playlist on, but like, like the DJ to make it, a bit different. That way it's the same things every stream. So these ones will be for the filter. Lime, green, cyan. Uh, gray, brown. Mhm. You're probably there's different modes of fast block placement. You have layer, face, plane, column, line, diagonal. Face means it only like you can only place blocks in the same type of face you're placing. Like with the side of a block, you can only place it on the side of a block, not the top of the block. So it depends what's when you have it on. That's probably why. I think that's a personal thing that doesn't happen to me. I've had this for a while. I think I've also never used line before, so. Yeah, there's those things that I even find, so I just don't sit there and look through all of them and like what they could be doing. I probably should, but I don't do that. Well, because an in-depth guide would take like multiple hours, just in video form, even cut down. It's just there's that many features in it. I don't even think Massive will want to do that themselves because it just seems like hell. Alright, well, see you later, dude. Yeah, even when I get back down to that at some point. Depends. I don't know, we'll see. And this won't take too long because we can't really connect anything up yet, so it's not really a point. I think I need those. Where that? It's a weird sound. Let's do it again. In a few seconds. The bass with that thing is crazy. Beautiful. Stairs. The wolf barn? Chronos. Because we can chunk loot it. It's not gonna power the pistons. That's gonna break it. Okay. So how the hell do I get out of this? It's simple, but yeah, thank you. Very simple. Too many sheeps here. Butterfly wing? I never thought about that like that. I just called them arrows because they're like, this is how I made it. I made like the little arrow and then I just copied it. Very simple, but it works. So, oh, built it the wrong way. God damn it. Where those go? They break, they go here. So where did they go? Oh, they're locked. No, they're locked, so they couldn't do anything. Can't update that. Think I need anything in that dropper? Eat that soon. Eat that soon. Eat that. I think that's everything. Take the schematic. I think I did 9 items. How is that powered? Yeah, because the items are over there, so how would that be powered? That don't make no sense. also means that I can't see which one is what. I guess I can put it in my inventory the correct way. I just go down the line. So I actually have to invert or reverse, not rather invert. Reverse the input to over here. Because that's where that comes in from. Something like that. Oh wait. There. Jeez. Oh, yeah, my boots. Yeah. I'm even that close to it. Relax. Like that. I get to do the fun part of all of the signs. about that. I break the wrong thing. So, starting here. Check. Spreads. Yellow line. Cyan line blue, I think. Yeah. Filters are all set. So can I get this one going down? There's a thing in Tweaker where it copies the sign, right? Yeah. That is on. Right there. Oh yeah, I couldn't fit the ED there. Just did that. To buffer. Oh, so nice. If lamps are on, shield crafter. Lamps are on. Exposed. To the buffer in Lamps are on, loaders need. Shit, what does this one say again? If lamps are on, shulker boxes are needed? Or boxes needed? Loaders need boxes. Color module slash font on switch. A little bit higher, I can see that. Used last view I copied 4 times. Or not this one yet. Pause, chest cart, distribution. What does that bottom part say? I can't read it again. On equals pause, I think. Yeah, just do a space. Okay. Lamps indicate if items are being input. So copies the first one. Interesting. I don't want to go down there. What the? Oh, because I'm used to hitting tab to go down to the next layer. I have to use arrow keys for this now again. Items on inputs into loaders, I think. lamps are on. Crafters are crafting button. What is this? If lamps are on, crafters are crafting. Everything. Ah, item frames. We gotta go get those, I think. I don't think I have any in here. It's a possibility, but I doubt it. Yeah, that's not gonna be enough. Well, all this can be inputted back into main storage. And we can also bring over some bones and some iron. See if these will fill up their buffers. We have bones. That's not good. How do we run out of bones? Maybe we should have put storage for the general mob farm. Oh, well. It's okay, we got shulkers. We got the shulkers here. 4 will be enough to kickstart it. So 4 shulker boxes of bone blocks is what? 36 shulkers of bone meal? Can I not even fill it? I don't think it will. No, I won't even start to fill it. It's almost a full shulker box. Actually, it's more than a full shulker box with the hopper per cell, and there's 256 cells. We need coal. We do, so I guess I could run the wither skelly. It's such an old farm, but I could. I'm not doing anything in other right now, right? Because we finished the mining of that, so no, it's fine. Everything else is in the overworld. Let's go turn that thing on. So we need to go northwest. Redirect. It was like perfect time with the TNT there. The song, I don't think it's going to show it. It wanted to show in a clip. Unfortunate. I can't wait to redo this area. I mean, the deco's not bad. It's just this disgusting mess in the center. Why is there so many books here? Why is there tools? There's so many books. I could have made this a lot easier with getting the pickaxes. Why are they just sitting here? Bruiser King? These old ass loaders, what the fuck? I got plenty of boxes. Fine. 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 Oh, these are definitely old crafters too. What the fuck is this? Yeah, we definitely need to redo this area. As long as it works. Swords out here. What is this again? One game tick. Mid of rail and be pushed up close enough to get XP. Not too close though. I'll grab a mob switch, and then the GTFO this place. Well, it works. Yeah, places are still super annoying, it seems. I'll get there eventually, it's fine. Let's see if these ones work. No buffers or things needed for this. Can't put shulker boxes in these. One I really want to work is this one. The shears. It's not working. That's how it's supposed to be there. How you doing, Illyria? I don't get how that's being. Oh, it's being powered because of that. That's all. I think that's got to be higher. Swishing through. Understands. Nothing's built wrong. Just modified that. In crafter. Ah, that might be QC in it. QC, dude. Flashing. Ah, that's why it's flashing. Okay. that yellow shulker box? I put that yellow shulker box in the main storage. Nah, don't tell me I did that, right? I probably did. Which one is that? I don't know which set that is, or which box that was. There we go. QC. Always something with it. So then once it also gets an item in here, 2 actually, it should stop it. Bro, for why? Okay, it's good. Pause. Has paused safely, which is good. No overflow. Let's say only take 1 out of here. Nothing. Because it doesn't do that. So it only goes down where it goes to, which means we're good. Ooh. Alright. Bone meal. Shouldn't have any issues with these ones. And we can put all of this stuff in there now. Sounds good, dude. Everything looks all good to me. Should be an input. It's backing up, that's fine, because we have it paused with this thing over here. Alright. Feel pretty good about this. I'll put a guy in there just for insurance. Oh boy. Link, my dude. How you doing, my dude? It's good to see you, man. Yeah, Linky's popping in here. Big rate of 422, dude. I appreciate you. How did the rest of the stream go, man? I saw you're working on the railroad as always. Rated 1, no worries, man. Thank you for letting me know. But yeah, pretty much everybody in my stream knows Link, but if you don't, go check him out down there. He's a pretty cool dude. And yeah, so right here, if you don't know me, I'm Squishy Skittles. I have my server here called AutoCraft, and currently we are working on our sheep farm area. So this is something that we're kind of working on right now. I finished building the storage up here that I was just working on, which is something that I designed, but pretty cool. You know, we can select, we'll eventually be able to select, you know, each individual color if we want that farm to run. This will be our storage indicated by the colors there. They'll have lamp indicators up there for fill level or not. And there'll be some other things we can control all throughout this UI here, so we don't ever need to go down there. But yeah, since we have AutoCraft on the server, we can automatically craft shears here, which actually we're doing here right now. That way we can continuously supply the farm with these shears that never run out. And then we also have bone meal, because it also uses a bit of bone meal. After raid and run, no worries, Link. Enjoy the dinner, man. Yeah, this is our sheep farm area there. The walls, I love them. They're so simple, but they turned out really well there, Sin. All the colors, and then we have like 500 sheep here. It's a bit more than we need. You can tell that the server doesn't really like it too much. but it's fine. I promise it's fine. But yeah, all those follows coming in there, guys. Appreciate those. Link is amazing as always. Always good to have him and always hang around there. So good to see him over here this time. So I guess we're gonna work on the sheeps now since I finished the whole storage and stuff like that. So you know, let's get to work on that. These rail lines here will be something with the connect up to the farms once they're done, since that's part of the on off switches there. I think the bone meal is going to be starting to back up, which is good. That way they'll turn themselves off once we get closer to that. So yeah, on to the sheep. What do I need again for this? So, we're on to green, okay. So yeah, these sheep farms here, the main reason why I'm using these actually is actually I kind of talked about it on Link Stream, but if you weren't there for it, we can chunk load the sheep farm, so we don't need a player here. Normally for sheep farms, you need to have a player there, which most of the time isn't ideal. Of course, if you're in a single player world, it's pretty much impossible. But yeah, this one we can chunk load it, so we don't need to have a player here. It's good for those single player worlds. If you don't like, you know, the AFK and stuff, you can have this just running in the background with the chunk loader, which is also very enjoyable to have. So moving these sheep up here is going to be a little bit annoying, but get it done. Not too bad. I think it's the fourth one. Yes. Put this down here. Let's see, how did they get this one started so far? Are they good? Good. All right. And overall, for the the effort you put into this farm, it's pretty crazy for how easy it is to build with how much wool you actually get from it. And it's a weird farm because it actually uses bone meal. And for sheep farms, you normally don't have bone meal because, you know, there's no need for it. This one, with the use of the pistons here, is actually to detect the block updates when the sheep eats it. As you can see, there's no... Normally for sheep farms, you have an observer at this grass level to detect when the sheep would actually eat the grass. But this one, it uses a butted piston. With Java, we can have a thing called a butted piston. So this piston is technically powered, but it's not going to realize it until you provide a block update. Block update can range from anything, which is the bone meal here provides a block update, or placing a block provides a block update. That way it'll then actually extend there, which is how we detect when the sheep eat the grass or, you know, the grass spreads. That way we can replace it as quick as we possibly can to obviously allow the sheep to eat faster and therefore regrow its wool, and repeating the whole cycle there yet again. I miss a layer here. I think I did. How you doing, Hunter? But yeah, also in the background, since we're on the server, of course, I have the Wither Skeleton farm running because we need a bit of bone meal for this, and we also need coal. So I was like, yeah, might as well kill two birds with one stone there and stock up on both of them. How many blaze rocks do we have? Ooh, oh, okay, that's not fully full. This is a very old design. We'll be changing this out at some time soon, but also has auto crafting, so we're crafting bone blocks here. More bone blocks. I think there's coal on this side. This one's gold, I think. Yeah, this one's gold. These are all the coal ones. Yeah, so that's running in the background. If I go to the guy in the nether, which is this one here. It's a very old, concept here. They call it the Wither Wiper back in the day, uh, because it uses obviously the gas hitbox to push the mobs in the portal. This was a pretty unique way that I found to use them. I mean, it's not the first time anybody's ever done this, so it's a very old design, but it still works to this day. The hardest part was actually catching the ghasts, believe it or not. Because there's 6 gas per layer. Yeah, 6 gas a layer, so that side alone's 24, 48, and then 72 gas in total for this farm, which is kind of crazy. But it's a cheaper way than having to, do all the pistons and things like that you would with some other farms. Of course, you could also avoid the Wither Roses, but you also get Blazes, which is why I built the farm for it, is the Blazes as well as the Wither Skeleton Skulls back in the day. How long ago? Oh, it's gotta be like almost 3 years at this point. This was the first perimeter ever started in this world. It's got to be that long ago. I mean, we're almost 3 years at this point, so it's got to be close to that. So yeah, it's very outdated, but that's mainly because we haven't really used it in such a long time. So I ran it for like a week straight, and then never needed to run it ever again until 3 years later down the line when we actually need stuff from this farm. The blue bows look so much better. How to make another perimeter? Yeah, this was my first ever perimeter that I made. And I did sort of do like a process for it. Well, this is the first perimeter that I made with a full scale world eater and things like that. My other one was an overworld one, and then it's always just been this one now. We've made how many perimeters now? It's kind of crazy to think about. I think someone else did a math with me before. It's like how to say we're close to the 40s. We got to be close to the 40s. Oh, this looks so cool on the map once it's done, once it actually focuses. Yeah, if you were also new here, we also did finish the flower ones as well. We actually dug these out in the shape of the flower right here. So we're also working on that in the meantime. We have the flower farms built. We're building moss farms to supply them with the bone meal. That way we don't need to actually ever bring bone meal over to those farms. And then we have countless amount of perimeters that we have completed so far. The antique uh, Shonovator Cast 5000, yeah, definitely, bro. It's a very old design, but it's still something that's so super satisfying to watch. The gas hitbox pushing them into the portal. It's a really fun thing to do. Obviously, not that efficient, but it's a cool thing to watch. But yeah, my favorite one is we have Toothless right in the center there. That's all, map art, and it looks super duper real, which I love. Especially the dragons look amazing there. Main storage, tree farm with a giant tree in the center. We get the XP stuff. Our max XP, our ice farm there. Our squid one. Spider. One of the most recent ones we did in terms of, hostile mobs. The drowned one, you can't really see too much of it. Magma, that's the overworld side of it. My guardian one, I love this one too. Have the other one we're kind of working on too, but that's sort of there. There's a couple other ones somewhere. Yeah, up here. The crop farm, the elemental heart, I call it, because it has the air, fire, water, earth, and air, like Avatar in a sense. Map arts are insane. I appreciate that, man. They took some time for sure, but they're 100% worth it. The air base one, we have like a not a functional air base, but you kind of see it there. You have the mills there, the compound, the helipad, uh, the ATC there, the Blaze Overworld, kind of like an Electrobuzz theme. General mob farm. You can actually have all 4 different mob types there. Besides the zombie's head, who's kind of covered by the farm. Oh well. The raid one, I absolutely love this one. The best art I've ever had right here in terms of all the different types of mobs in there. What's the biggest? Let's go. Let's go take a look. Now, it's nothing that you're gonna see too much of, but when you do see it, you're gonna okay, I kind of can't spoil it, but like you'll get what I mean when you get there. How you doing, Demon? On the link weight as well. Appreciate that, man. It's amazing. Appreciate that, Rambo. Yeah, almost 3 years in this world now that we've had it, so we're getting there, right? Close, shortly but surely. Actually, in October is the 3 years date there. So I'll make my way over there, Prev. It's not too far. Well, it's pretty far in the overworld, but it'll be a quick second there. This is the perimeter if you were in link stream when I was talking about it. This is the one we just finished where I actually mined out everything down to bedrock, and I'll include in breaking the full bedrock roof, which is a fun thing to do. We have done that multiple times, but with this one I used a special breaker, so it was fun to do that for the first time as well. Yeah, that's what happens when you get a raid there, Angel. One of the homies that I chill out with all the time if I'm not streaming. My boy Link. I gotta change the direction of this. So we go southwest. We're basically gonna get shot that direction. This is called an electric cannon, so you need to get far distances pretty quickly. This will be the thing you're gonna want to use. Because just watch the speed I get shot out here. I have a speed indicator up here. This is blocks per second. Just look up there to see how fast we get shot out there. So initial velocity is 500 blocks per second. And you can carry on, for a while. We have another one here to go back. If, of course, we need to do so. But yeah, Prob, this is the biggest perimeter that we have. This is not the chunks having issues load in here. It's actual terrain that we have cleared out. This is a 1,000 by 1,000 void perimeter, meaning we destroyed all of the bedrock in the floor 1,000 by 1,000 blocks. So this is our biggest perimeter here. And if it's on 32 render distance, you can just about see one of the bedrocks there. So it's kind of crazy to think about that. We're planning some wall decoration, and with the wall decoration, you'll actually be able to see it in the center on 32 render distance. So, that'll be something that you can see from there to appreciate the full scale of this. But yeah, right here is Y0, and if you go down further, you'll be in the void. So yeah, it's a something we wanted to do for such a long time here. If you don't know anything about bedrock break-in, The way I can explain it to you is that each bedrock here uses some sort of piston mechanic to delete it. So you need one piston per bedrock, and some quick math there. 1,000 by 1,000 blocks is a million per layer. And there's 5 layers of bedrock. So that means we had needed at least 5 million pistons for this perimeter here, just to clear it out. I don't know what that is, but it's there. But yeah, we're actually not going to be building this decoration by hand because that would be a very long time. That's for sure. So this area cut out over here is to allow us to build up a machine to print the walls automatically. Let me pull up the screenshot right here that we have for the walls. That's going to look like once it's done. But the main reason why we're doing the wool farm now and not doing this decoration is because we need a ton of wool. That's the wrong thing. So I actually have some screenshots here. This is actually a video. Let me pull this up real quick. Rev. I appreciate that subscription there, man. You're gonna have to do that. But yeah, this is actually the image here. This is what it looks like. This is with a mod called Bobby, which allows me to increase the render distance on the server. Well, not on the server, but on my end, so I can go higher than the server's render distance, which allowed me to get this screenshot here of the 1K by 1K void perimeter, seeing everything here. That works deserves some love. I appreciate that, Trev. Hope to see you around here a little bit more often too, man. But yeah, this area is kind of crazy. But yeah, that's that there. Let me pull up the one for the wall deco, so that way you can see why exactly we need this wool farm that we're building. So this one here is what the wall deco will look like. It's a bit weird. Let me pull up this one. They're both a bit weird. But yeah, so we need wool because these lighter spotches of the orange are darker ones concrete, and the same thing for the black section there. So we're doing this yellow and or orange and black theme here. Prev. Get some love in chat there for Prev. I don't know. There you go, Prev. I got you, buddy. Prev, I appreciate that, my dude. And out a sub to Olivrio, Zoe, Carsum, Emo, and Pumat's. Pumat's actually gonna sub through, that's crazy. But yeah, that deco there. So just to do some quick math for you on the amount of materials that we would need. So I have a schematic of that 16 block section there. And how the printer works is it prints a 16 by 16 area. That's still going on? So it's called 1K16. So what this printer will do is it'll take this 16 by 16 area and it will flip it around. So it'll go how it is here. It'll go flip it 90 degrees that way, that way, that way until it's a full 2x2. And that's how we get that actual pattern there of it being like a full, like, flower, you could call it in a sense. But all it is just this 116 block section right here that it's going to continuously print over and over again, which allows us to do that. So just to do some math, it's 992 block, like glazed terracotta. Yeah, that's how you can explain it. Yeah, that kind of works. I like that explanation there, Jared. That works for me. So the actual area it's going to print Minecraft, I appreciate that follow, man. So the area it's going to print is 992 62, I think, divided by 16. Yeah, so 62 of those are needed to go across the one full wall of the perimeter, which by itself is 2 shulker boxes of wool there and about 2 shulker boxes of wool there. So that's just one 16 block tall thing there. And then we need to times that by 4 because we have 4 walls, which is 2 something. 248. And then times that by 10 tall. So it's a 2,000, 2480 multiplier. So as you can see just how many blocks this adds up to and why we need to make that wool farm that we're doing right now, because it needs 75 shulker boxes of wool for this decoration here. So it's a little over the 600,000 blocks that need to be placed for just a single block wall, 1 block deep wall there. So yeah. Which is why we're printing it by itself and not placing it manually, because that would take years. How you doing, Pumets? Yeah, Prev with a big sub bomb there, man. And now I gotta take our amazing cannon back. And be back within a couple seconds. Over like 3,000 blocks. And okay, arm hurts for reason. I felt that before there, Pumets. I've definitely felt that one. It's annoying. It's like an annoying me. It's not like a bad pain, it's just annoys you there. Anything else you want to see, Prov? Got a bunch of things. If there could be an overworld, that'd be the best because the mob switches off. So we got a bunch of mobs spawning. Innocent. That badge there says otherwise. In storage, gotcha. If I could fly, that would be nice. The right arm as well? Oh, yeah, if it was the left arm, if you're like me, the keyboard arm would be a lot easier. What badge takes it off? Yeah, so unfortunately, Prev, there's still one at the top of the chat, which I don't think you can remove for everybody, unfortunately. Trying your best to hide it there. So this is our main storage. We have the main chest talls here, 8 items per slice. We are still in 117, so, you know, I'm not in the newer versions of things like that, but everything in 117. And this is our bulk slices, so these ones can hold over like 700,000 items the same type, so we have a lot of, especially concrete, redstone blocks, slime blocks, pistons, of course, you know. Stuff that we'll actually use a ton of. We have a huge amount of storage here for pretty much everything. But that's the bulk slice there. Same thing for this side is on the other side here, just different item types, of course. Get enough of the skeleton skulls thing. But yeah, on this side here, we have our miscellaneous stuff, so the unstackable sorter. Even though you really can't technically sort them, you kind of can with this use of this unstackable sorter by Command Leo. And it has a specific order that it sends the stuff through. That way it can signify what exactly the stuff is. Ruin table, ruin stand. There's something there for buckets, I believe. Flint and steel. Light that on fire. Those are pretty cool. Even powdered snow, water, and lava can separate by, which is pretty cool as well. We have our little small crafting station there, our restock station, for, you know, rockets, totems, pickaxes, elytras, things like that. A small project area here with all the different types of, you know, workstations. And this is our little small, it's like small, but this is like a pretty decent furnace right here. It's like 40 some furnaces, so it's pretty decently fast, but we only use it for small amounts of items because we have one that's even crazier there. I'll just put it on that timeless suspension card there for his next week's before resets, therefore I'm no longer on there. Rev. We have an Ender Pearl stasis chamber here thing too, so we can like sort of, you know, go back and forth between a bunch of things if we wanted to. This is our shadow hall. So as you can see, my inventory on the bottom right there, I've been flying around this whole time and eating pork chops, and they don't go down. That's because there's a thing called item shadowing where I can link my inventory to this. That way, I don't have to ever worry about going to a shulker box and then having to refill that slot. And this can also be used for building too. We've actually had this done multiple times where you can like, we build with say grass blocks, for example, or in our case, black concrete for the most part. We don't have to go and constantly back in and out of shulker boxes. We can just link ourselves up to this area here. And then we can, you know, just constantly build, not have to worry about ever refilling that stack because it does it automatically by linking myself to this, which is then unloaded here, things like that. Need to find one of these storages in my world to have many mods for adding more blocks to the games, so my storage will be huge. If you're not going to have a bunch of different items, a bunch of different each item type, I would recommend you doing like a multi-item sorter because this isn't really worth it in the sense if you're going to have, you know, a bunch of different items. Wait, oversizing your base? Yeah, I'll show you that in a second there. I haven't used this thing in so long, but I'll show you the base in quotation marks that I have. How do you do it? It's only possible in 117 and below because of the way they changed update suppression. It technically does exist in the newer versions, you just have to have a mod for it, which most people don't like to have, of course, but if you wanted to, you could do it. It's a bit of an outdated thing, but you know, it's one of the things I never thought I would have loved, but I can't live a day without it now at this point because, you know, it's just second nature to me to not to look at my, you know, my hotbar for rockets or pork chops. I just fill it automatically. But yeah, uses update suppression, which of course has changed in newer versions to where I can create, in quotation marks, 2 stacks of the same item. But I just put one in here. So this is the one that is shadowed. It's right here. It's also linked to my inventory. I can't really show it all too well, but it'll, if I use one in here, this stack goes down by 1. And because the shulker box is up here, it just keeps refilling it constantly. So you don't run out until you run out of boxes here, which I won't for a while. Make an automated storage room 3x as big as this. My main storage complex is pretty complex, to say the least. It's a big boy. Okay, that's pretty much main storage. Someone took us a while to build, but it's 100% worth it. And their inputs over here for those wondering. Mix boxes, bulk boxes, loose items, and there's even a trash bin if you want to just throw stuff out. But yeah. It's not really much that we would actually do that with. And there's an overflow here for things like stone and concrete that we have more than this bulk slices can handle. We also have, you know, our axolotls there, in case we ever need to use that. Prev said something about a base, so I'll go show that old thing that I've never looked at in such a long time. Alright, bro. No worries, dude. Have a good one, man. Appreciate those subs and all you guys stopping by. Appreciate that. But yeah, Item Shadow in past, like, was, in the game past 117 without mods. I probably would have updated, but there's so many other things I still want to finish in 117 before even considering that. Because as you saw, we have a lot of perimeters, and those ones, you know, they aren't voided like the 1K perimeter, so they would all get new terrain underneath it, including this one here, which means, they're pretty much useless at that point. Yeah, there's called OOM, I think it's called suppression, out of memory suppression, but it's so much bigger and like a waste of time compared to regular, old update suppression. It's not worth it. Update skipping is also a thing too, but I don't know if you can do shadowing like that without mods. I don't know. I'm not really, experienced all too well with the new mods. What just happened? The song just skipped itself. Oops. But yeah, we'll go back to the sheep farm because, like I said, you saw by the numbers there that we needed for the one decoration. Yeah, this farm needs to be done before we can do pretty much anything else. So we'll continue grinding this out today. I'll probably try to get this one done here. I don't know how long I can stream today, but I'll try to get this one done here and see where we get to. These aren't too bad to build. The hardest part, actually, is getting the sheep dudes in place. Otherwise, it's pretty straightforward. Another hard part for this will be to get in all those on and off switches to each individual thing there. Because I'm smart and want to have it all separate. I guess we could use wallstone. Also make it that we can have them all next to each other, then just branch out when we need to. Just this one will go down like straight down there or something like that. And the walls could go down like that. That way it's a bit easier to build as well as also understand what color is where and things like that. So I might think about that. Yeah, I appreciate that follow there. Spartan, appreciate the follow as well. Rainbow, CJ, and Cast, Ruby, Suck It Up, Maddie, Mr. Folder, Mountain Mama, and Prev as well for all the subs and things like that. Man, I appreciate that. I know he's not here anymore, but I know Prev still definitely didn't need to do that. Greatly appreciated though. But yeah, usually there's some more people on the server, but it's a weekday and school's about to start soon, so not too many people are on during the week, especially at this time of day. Even though I'm American, a majority of the people on the server actually are part of EU, which is crazy to think about. So yeah, like my nighttime for them, or for me, is like 3 in the morning for them. At the time I normally start streaming, so it's very rare during the week I have somebody else online when I'm streaming like this. That's just all down to time zones. Yeah, it's supposed to be open there. That's fine. Ignore me, I'm going crazy. Oh yeah, we only did cover like a small section of the world, so this is an older world tour. This was actually done probably close to about a year ago. But if you want to get some idea what some things are on the server, I'll just actually link you my channel too. That way you can see that instead. The world tour is also on there as well. We're having a new world tour in October for a 3-year world tour. Yeah, right now there. Pull. Soon TM, of course, of course. Wait, it's actually less than. It's almost less than a month there, Leo. Holy shit! It's like a month and like 10 days. I don't think we're gonna have Ultimate Rage Farm done by then. Flower should be done. This should be done. We gotta book 1K walls. They gotta get done fast, dude. Yeah, we have the wall idea, but we just need the wool from this, of course. So, you know, we need to stop stalling. Actually, get some projects going. Did you say you could beef it there for the 1-year world tour there earlier? There, cool, cool. If you want to do something similar that you're doing for Chronos, feel free to. In terms of, the video thing like that. You canceled a show? You'd have to do that for me, man. I could have had you. Oh, shit. I would have had you. Well, I could have made a tour just, for you, man. You don't need to do that. Yeah, Lyria's one of my favorite people that I found on YouTube. Post to okay, gotcha. I was like, dude, don't do that for me, man. Like, I appreciate the gesture, but like, I can definitely get you a different world tour if you wanted to. How you doing, Axel? It's not with the server specifically, no. Um, it's pretty much at this point, if anybody wants to invite somebody, they can. I'm not strictly putting it to one server. I mean, in the Discord, we have the super pleb role, which is where I put, like, known people. And they have access to that channel, so pretty much just said if they had anybody or even themselves wanted to be there, they're all welcome to, because I trust them. If they wanted to invite anybody else, they could, run it by me and I could see about possibly doing that. Earlier, we're making his own video about the tour for Kronos as well that they're going to be doing. So it'll be cool to if they wanted to do one for ours as well. You know, Illyria is welcome to do it. Change the pork chop. I changed everything about the texture pack. Yeah. Appreciate the follow there, Twilight. A little bit ago, but you know, my stream elements never plays the sound for the follow. I still can't figure out why. Sometimes I miss the follows. Sorry, guys. Appreciate them. This is seem weird. Are they always in the same? They were at the same line. I swear that when I built the first one, I thought they were opposites. Oh, what the schematic says, the schematic is right. Oh, I didn't put any of the sheep in. Can I still do that without? Technically, yes. I just started building. I completely forgot about all that. See, this is what happens. Yes, I know it's in the wrong spot, but if I have it here, it gets locked by the hop that repeater there, so I've just changed that. I didn't change the schematic. So if you do any layers, yeah, that one hopper, just reverse it, otherwise it gets powered by this if it's on. If you remember, if not, it's pretty easy to notice for me, so I can just go back again over them before, you know, doing it. Which one? Hold on, I'll go back over there in a second. If not, don't worry about the bin. It's pretty easy to see because I'll see the purple and all the other schematics when I check them. So this hopper right here, if you have it next to the green block, when I turn the farm on, it'll be hard powered, meaning nothing else can flow down into it. So just place it one block over on the other side of the chest. That way the items can flow freely. It'll be a bit more annoying to push them. Actually, it might be easier. Let's see. We'll be the first test here to see if this is actually easier or harder to push them in this way. Usually I stop building on this layer right here and then I push them in that way. So we'll see if this is easier or harder. And that will, you know, sort of dictate how we do the rest of the layers or the farms. Because we have, what, 14 more? No. 12 more to do after this one. But we're on the green section now. This is low enough to where I could take a staircase here. Doing a staircase here. Especially if we grew It's a lot easier to do the staircase down. Just hope the sheepy dude doesn't go down like that. And take a shower, now you have a sub. Yeah, we got raided by one of the people that I watch all the time. Their name is Linksy. And then Prev dropped a big sub bomb there, which was definitely appreciated. Yeah, I gave it to pretty much all of the people that are usually here. Most of them are actually server members too, so that's pretty cool to see. But yeah, I saw you there, Paul. I saw you there the one time I was just lurking, and I was like, wait a second, I know this dude. He's on my server now. Never heard of Links. You have to check him out. Yeah, he's pretty cool, dude, man. Average Sopa moment in chat, you know. That's how it is. I need a piece of wheat. Piece of wheat. Why do I have so many slime blocks? Really good builder? Oh, he definitely is. And I still definitely can't do stuff that Link does. Or the creative ideas that he has with most of the stuff. Like that ton that the thing is working on right now is the railroad to the end portal. You know, that thing's pretty sick. All the different types of stuff. With the biomes, not really biomes, but like, you know, themes, you could say. All the areas is a really cool idea. This is how I get all my sheep out. You know, they're right against the block here, so you can put a minecart, get them out. Quick said minecart, dye them, bring the wheat, and just walk upstairs. It is executed really, really well. With the mob, well, I think the mob heads on no block sounds definitely helps them out a ton with that. Makes it a lot more interesting to make. That's actually a lot easier to do than what I was doing previously, because I could just fall right in. Just push that in their face, and then they can't escape. That's super easy. Holy. Spiderhead? I don't think I've heard the Spiderhead. Gonna go eat the grass, buddy. Let's go. For the fish head? There's a fish head? I haven't seen the full thing. I've only ever like really seen the ones he's been working on. And probably every time he goes and shows the full thing, I'm probably AFK. Here you go, buddy. Oh, that one's easier because of block there. I see. Okay. So temporary block right here. Now we need more glass. But yeah, I can definitely imagine that sounding a little bit weird. Ooh. Oh, that's good. You like the weed. And you go back over here like this, and you like the weed. Mob AI is one of the weirdest things in this game. I'll never understand it. Now, Link's never gonna die. What you mean, man? Welcome in there, Captain Shaw. Hey, Alexi, appreciate that, dude. Really cool map art. I got it right. Wolf farm as well. Yep, this is gonna be definitely be a wolf farm. Completely stunned. I appreciate that, dude. Still a work in progress. We just have 12 more of these little modules to make. Well, obviously one for 16 colors. So we're on the green section now. Red, orange, yellow is done so far for the first one. And the storage and everything up there is also finished that earlier today in the stream. But yeah, glad to have you here, man, and appreciate all the that go there. Not as amazing from the map, but that's because you can't really see the walls all too well, unfortunately, from the map. If you could have a map where you could be like a 3D one as well, so you could have the 2D like this, but then if you like click a little area here, you could actually like see it in person. That would be really cool. Mod, but I can't code for anything, so good luck with that one. That's super cool to show the full farm off without having to actually go there. Of course, I have screenshots of things like that, but yeah, it'd be cool to just like select it on the map and then go in there and be able to see it without actually having to go there. Yeah, the sheep farm is probably something you've never seen before because it has a video on it, but like it's relatively new. And main benefit I think of this thing is not, of course, the speed that it has, but the fact that I can chunk load it. And I don't need a player here, so if you're also a single player world, you can pretty much use this farm as well because you don't need a player by. Downside, you'll need bone meal to actually run the farm, but for most people, that's pretty easy to get. So it's a very worthwhile trade-off to not have to have someone AFK here the whole time. Riveter Cannon, yeah, I'm not a big fan of that, to be honest. It's a cool thing, but I wouldn't want to use it. Single player world, maybe, but this, I don't know. It's still in 117, so it's not really that worth it. Because we could make a perimeter faster than it would be to actually make that machine it. And then learn how to use that machine, yeah, good. I'm good. On cheapy. I've moved like almost 64 sheep out of there, and it still looks the same about a amount of sheep in there. May have breeded a couple too many sheep. Oh well. This is much easier than what I did before. I'll continue doing this for the future. There'll be a dent with 200, I would hope. Because if that's the case, then we should probably just start, popping some of them off now, but... No, you don't want to. There you go. I would hope after 256 cheap, it makes a dent in that 10 back there. I appreciate that follow there, Captain. to have even some more streams, and we have even more crazier projects going on. This one's pretty cool. Nothing to the near fully technical stuff that I usually do, but it's still up there. It's definitely more than some people would do, especially for a wool farm. 16 sheep per color isn't, all too much, over the top, but it's up there. I mean, we'll be getting over 2,000 wool per hour with only 16 sheep. If you made a sheep farm before, you know that that's not how the math should be working out there because they're not even that fast in farms usually. But this one gets 135 wool per hour per sheep, which is extremely fast for a sheep farm. Definitely faster ones out there, but I think this one's a good enough first. Why didn't it make that grass? I have no idea. Alright, that's half of them done. I'm gonna break that and that. I can go over here. Easy to build for us, yes. For some people that aren't really technical, it might be a little bit much. The main part of that being that you need the bone meal to run the farm, in a sense. And there's a certain way to build it without messing it up. Compared to the old ones, the good old reliable one where you just have the grass. So you have your grass block, you have your observer, you have your block here, you have your dust, and then you have your dispenser like that. That's how they do them, right? It's been so long. I think that's how you do it. They do it. To make it one wide tileable, you could also do this instead. But then getting your items into there a bit difficult because you can do that, but then how do you get your items in? You can also make use of yeah, it's a bit annoying to do one line tileable, but get the items in there. It's a bit annoying to do that, which is why these ones are not actually one wide tileable. They're three wide technically. There's the Bronco, right? Yeah. Oh, I guess you could come down here at this point. Alright. Where did it? Oh, it went down. I thought they fell off. I was like, oh, that's not good. Alright, here. Oh, my hotbar's all messed up now. There we go. All fixed. Oh, I QC it there. Alright, 7 more to go. There's so many sheep in there. You gotta go back. Took the weed out first instead of the dye. There you go. As long as you don't dye the sheep first, because I only brought 16 of each color over here. So, you know, you dye one and then you actually dye one, then yeah, it won't be the best thing. It's not that bad to bring these guys up. They're pretty straightforward. I mean, you've seen how I've done it. Pretty easy. More to go. Keep doing that. This is a bad setup. Do that. I don't know how you fall so much there, Cole. I mean, you're not even using your elytra, really. Why do you make the staircase that I do? You just walk up the staircase with the sheepy. There you go, buddy. Snomio, hour late, but we cooking. No worries there, Snomio. Doing good, man. Working on our sheep farm here. We get 16 of each sheep inside of one of these modules here, but we're on our fourth one so far. We probably only worked about this, let's say maybe 4 hours in total of building this stuff up. Yeah, about like 4 hours, I would say. It's about an hour per module, including moving all the sheep in. Not too bad. Yeah, it definitely will be. Yep, once it's fully done, this thing's gonna be pretty crazy. Especially when they're all stacked on top of each other. The last one is like 2, 3, 4, 5, right there. Oh, that's not done. It's this one. So the last one's like right underneath the main storage here that I built. I built this to start of the stream here. I built this all up. And everything like that. So that's all there. And the last one will be right underneath there. So it'll be stacked to the brim in a sense. Did I finish that one? 2, 3, yep. I mean, yeah, after realizing this now, Paul, if you want to just grind building them out and I can just move the sheep in, I'm cool with that because it's a lot easier to just do this with the sheep now than I originally thought. So I'm perfectly okay moving the sheep, if you want to just, get all the things built. I'm cool with that. It's just sort of relaxing to what I normally do, so it's a good break. Good break from some technical stuff. Exactly, yeah, don't even worry about the sheep. I'll put them all in. Works for me. Where you going, buddy? The hell is this? I like redstone too, but not to go in that area. Come on. How you doing, Plasma? Welcome in, man. Maybe breaking these glass blocks up here. I think they're good. I'm doing great, man. Doing great, thanks to Link, as always. It's an amazing. Yeah, grinding out some cheap farm stuff like that. Alright, Paul, I'll probably be ending once this area is done, but enjoy the rest of your night there, Paul. We'll see you some other time. Oh, on the server, I should say. This sheep is not like it. What does he do? Makes sense, wondering how you got here. Yeah. I'm always in Link streams. Just even if it's just chilling or lurking. Most of the time lurking. But I chat sometimes. I pretty much found Link when I started, looking into streaming. It's about the same length as my road. I think it's a little bit longer. I think he's over 3 years now, right? Or is he close to 3 years? I forget. I know he's pretty close, if not a longer world than me. But yeah, always helping Link out with Redstone where I can, or just learning some building techniques because he's an amazing builder. I rarely ever do any like actual decoration yet. As you can see, it's normally just perimeter decoration that I do. Wait, right? That was the last one. Oh. Yep, that's all the sheet for the green done. Do I leave that there? Yeah, I'll leave that there. Except the worries are for the other ones anyway. There's no point in breaking that down, going this way, breaking that down, going this way. I'll start leaving some stuff there. We have a lot of extra glass, so not the problem. Extra slime for some reason. Subs. Just. No, step. That's in someone else. No, I don't think so. It's only this box where I like fall down, and I don't get it. So I missed that. Cart and the piece of meat. So we got 12 more to do. These actually aren't taking as long as I thought they would, which is good. Because, think about 16 sheep farms, like, oh boy, we're going to be here a while. but it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. And it's only this bad because we're like separating them into each individual, farms themselves. That way I could actually run them one at a time. There's metal. There's the bunk. But yeah, getting the stuff to be distributed here would be interesting. This one is the shears. Yeah, that's the shear input. That's the build mail input. Wait, no, that's the build mail input. That's the shear. That's the build mail input. That's the shear input. I'm doing good, Metal. Working on a sheep farm. Probably about to end here in a few minutes, but yeah. 4 of 16 done. We built the storage today early as well, so that's all done, which is good. We can start linking some stuff up. My boots have frostwalker, so it tends to do that. Alright. Put the storage up here, select a panel for each color that we can do. Trunk loading what we can do there, storage for both types there. Overflow. And since we have auto crafting, we can do that. That's paused because we have items in here. Pretty good. The sheer auto crafter is also filled. Good, good. And once we get all that hooked up, then we'll never have to worry about filling this farm up ourselves. Besides, if we need to bring over more bone meal, which is highly unlikely forever, and then I think we're good on shears too. I mean, that's a lot of shears in terms of iron form. How many is this actually? So if we break this down, that's 3,456 blocks times that by 2 times that by 9. That's like 60,000 ingots there. Divide that by 2. That's 32,000 shears. Yeah, I think we're good. If we go through that many shears, we use a lot of wool. I think we're good on that department there. If I ever have to fill it up again, that's crazy. The bone meal I can see us filling up at some point, but the iron, no, don't ever see us filling that up. But yeah, area is coming along quite nicely. Especially for how simple the deco is, just being 1 block wide and just alternating the rainbow colors of the rainbow. I really am liking how this area is turning out, and it only look better once we get all farms in place, which we'll continue to grind out sometime this week. Tomorrow there is not going to be a stream though, because my appointments for what I do for work are all in the afternoon, which is when I normally would stream. So maybe Wednesday, we shall see. If you wanted to get any notifications there, hit that follow button below. That way you can stay notified if I'm going to be live. For those people that want to get actually pinged in like a Discord and things like that, we also have a Discord, exclamation mark Discord down there. Just react to the roles. That way you have Reddit and you'll get access to the rest of the server. Then in the streaming ones, you can also link that as well. Get that way you can get pinged if I do go live. Did you work out? Yes, it's about 32,000 shears. So I don't see us ever running through that many shears. Well, a double chest. So a double chest is actually 16,000 shears. I have 2 double chests, so it's 32,000 shears. So I don't see us ever running through that. Yeah, that's a lot.
Ring, appreciate that follow, man.
Let me pull up something over here real quick. Let's see here. A few years. Let me see. I'm just gonna pull somebody up here. And we'll go share the love the same way Link did for me today. He's not live, so I can't read it. Professional streamer, by the way. I introduced myself earlier, but I had to do something. But I'm back. Came back. Thanks for very excited to watch your streams for now. I appreciate that, Rainbow. We actually are just about going to end here. But yeah, I don't usually stream too late during the week, but I hope to see you in some other streams there. But we're gonna send some raid over to get railed, show them some love, the same way that Link did to me. This is the message I usually do. Prepare to get squished. We'll go spread some love, just same way that Link did to us. Of course, we want to have the bonk emote, but that's my swishy bonk emote because, of course, Metal loves to bonk. So yeah, we'll go spread the love with someone else here on Twitch, the same way that Link does to me. So yeah, hope you guys have a great rest of your night, day, wherever you're at. I might see some of you guys all later. And for all the circus out there from Link Stream, appreciate you guys hanging out. I hope to see you guys some other time here on the channel.